Alright, let's get one thing straight, Playboy. I'm the face of SmackDown, and you better respect that. I'm gonna be named the #1 contender at Judgment Day, and God help you or anybody else who gets in my way.
Welcome to SmackDown, where Judgment Day is only 6 weeks away. This is Michael Cole here with John Bradshaw Layfield at ringside, and we've got an interesting match in the making tonight.
That's right, and it's all about the most important thing in this business, respect.
And the respect of the fans in the locker room is something that any would-be #1 contender needs.
You got that right, and if you can't get them to give it to you, you've got to be able to take it.
And here we go with some more SmackDown action.
This is a match a lot of folks have had their eye on all week. Let's see how this goes.
And here's a superstar who's impressed many of us with his in-ring performances lately, although tonight, he's just managing his new partner.
Come on, he couldn't manage his way out of a paper bag. This is a clear example of our general manager trying to stack the deck.
Listen, he's established himself recently as a candidate to become the #1 contender for the championship.
Yeah, and if he loses here tonight, he might not be one for much longer.
Good evening, and welcome to SmackDown, coming to you tonight from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hot Atlanta's ready to go, and I'm just as fired up as this sellout crowd.
With good reason. You and I know both what's coming up, and these fans are definitely getting their money's worth tonight.
These superstars have been giving it everything they've got all night.
They sure have, and that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
Yeah, you're not going to win a match if you're blown up 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again. I've seen matches won and lost simply because one superstar was able to outlap.
Come on, quit showing off. This is a wrestling match, not a popularity contest.
We've seen this before. He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up on a big payoff. Gregory Helms used to enjoy tremendous fan support once upon a time, but he drove his fans away when his attitude changed.
Two.
Here it is. He's building up a head of steam, and he's about to let his opponent have it.
Three.
And if his opponent is smart, he'll get the hell out of there.
4.
Talk about adding insult to injury, and these fans love it.
5.
Yeah, but you got to worry more about the injury and less about the insult till the
6.
match is over.
7.
Even if you wind up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling.
This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well, one mistake and we're going to see the fire put out pronto.
The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming alive. This is what they came to see.
Hey, he can taunt all he wants, but once he's lost the match, he's going to wish he spent this time.
He's adding insult to injury by using that move against his opponent.
What? Wow, great reversal. This has been a great match so far, but I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, but if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago.
Man, this crowd is really... You got to be careful when you're going up there. Look at this. Pandering to the crowd. Here's the pin. This could be it.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off. Look at that.
He's going for the pin.
2.
I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
I don't say this too often, but I completely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long rivalry.
I don't know how nice it is, but there are certainly some issues between these superstars, and I think this match might only exasperate them.
Hey, watch your language. This is a family show.
I said exasperate. Oh, never mind. Gregory Helms is the longest reigning champion in SmackDown history. He's got this crowd solidly behind him, and now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
Can't just keep playing to the crowd. That's a huge distraction, in my opinion. You feel like a jerk when someone counters you like that. That was a textbook reversal.
And there's the pin!
1, 2, 3.
Each of these competitors... Well, what do you have to say about that?
I've got to admit, that didn't go exactly the way I thought it would.
Do you think this might open up the #1 contender field at all?
I don't think one match will make much of a difference either way.
You might be right. It takes a sustained effort to earn your spot.
It sure does. There isn't much room for a flash in the pan at the top.
Listen, player, I'm scheduling you and your partner for a tag team match this week. If you look good out there, I'll give you a shot at a couple of your rival contenders. You feel me?
Let me get this straight. You think you're a legitimate contender? You? I'm looking forward to proving just how little respect I have for you next week. Assuming your opponents this week don't prove what a fraud you are first.
Man, word in the locker room is that your opponents don't have a shred of respect for you. And they're not the only ones. If you want to accomplish anything around here, you better start impressing some of us.
With Judgment Day still more than a month away, things are heating up here on SmackDown. This is Michael Cole here with JBL at ringside, and John, I'm really looking forward to that big tag team match tonight.
It's going to be a war, that's for sure. None of these guys can stand each other.
There certainly does seem to be a mutual lack of respect between the two teams.
And if you don't have respect, you don't have anything in this business.
And here we go with the first entrant in this tag team match. Remember, all the superstars in this match are being evaluated by the general manager.
Yeah, and if you want a chance to become the #1 contender, the best way to do that is to pick up a big win here.
I see a lot of upsides to this newly formed tag team, don't you?
It never hurts to have a superstar watching your back. But these guys aren't looking to become the tag team champions. At some point, they've got to stand on their own.
We've heard the rumors about how this superstar doesn't take his opponents seriously.
It's not just him. The whole locker room's talking about it. And if you let that kind of talk continue, you'll have a serious respect deficit on your hands.
My name is...
It seems like a victory over this man would go a long way toward earning some respect in the locker room.
No doubt about it. He's a tough son of a gun. If you can hang with him, you're doing all right.
And there's the reversal.
If you ask me, Batista's best days were back when he was Triple H's lackey.
Batista was impressive as a member of Evolution, but it wasn't until he left them that he earned the first of several World Heavyweight Championship victories. I don't use the word evil lightly. Well, that's what comes to mind when I see the delight Mark Henry takes in destroying his fellow superstars.
Evil, just a word that losers like you use to describe people who will do whatever it takes to win. I think Henry would take that as a compliment.
That reverse.
Come on, quit showing off. The tag's been made and his partner's coming in. Nice quick counter there.
They sure are, and you know that's going to have an effect on this match.
Wow, great reversal.
Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer... He's tagging in his partner. Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You got to watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this. He dodged that bullet.
I don't think anyone in this match has even considered that they might not walk out the winner.
Of course not. That's the kind of attitude that gets you beat quicker than anything.
And that's something I don't think people realize. He's got this crowd solidly behind him, and now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep playing to the crowd. That's a huge distraction, in my opinion. You know, there's such a thing as playing to the crowd too much, and that's what I'm seeing here.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off.
Man, this Finley is so tough, so aggressive, and so ruthless. I just love watching this guy work.
And you'd think that someone with all the tools that Finley has at his disposal wouldn't need to step outside the rules as often as he does. But we've seen time and time again, he'll do whatever it takes to win.
These superstars are at the top of their game, but only one of them is going to have his hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
So what? You want to say that everybody... There's the tag. Nice teamwork there. Look at this. Pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum.
You feel like a jerk when someone counters you like that. Man, this one's turned into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical.
Man, this crowd is really swelling this guy's head.
There's no doubt that these fans love him, and he's feeding off that energy right now. You talk about raw power. You talk about intensity. Have you ever seen a superstar like Batista?
He's impressive, no question. But it's not like he's the biggest or the baddest guy to set foot in a WWE ring.
Well, you got to be pretty big and pretty bad to wear championship gold, and that's what Batista's done time after time.
Hey, anybody can have a few good nights. I think Batista's overrated, and I think we're going to see that here tonight.
If I was a gambling man, I'd take that bet. I don't mind admitting that I'm in awe of Batista, and I know I'm not the only one. I'll never understand why Mark Henry resorts to such brutal tactics. He's already the world's strongest man. What has he got left to prove?
Listen, every time Henry gets in that ring with someone, he's sending a message to the whole locker room. And that's what you got to do to get ahead around here.
Well, I think we know what he's going for here.
We sure do, and there it is, world's strongest slam.
Looks like the tag has been made. This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, one mistake and we're going to see that fire put out pronto. Finley's one of the quick tags are the best way to win a match like this.
The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming alive. This is what they came to see.
Hey, try to restrain yourself a little bit, okay? You're supposed to be calling this down the middle.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of...
Instead of pandering to the fans, you should really keep your head in the match.
Come on, you're looking at a superstar who can feed off a crowd and use that energy to win the match.
I've been looking forward to this match all night.
So have I. It's certainly been one of the most anticipated matchups in recent weeks.
And usually when you got that kind of hype, it's tough to live up to expectation, but these superstars aren't having any trouble doing that.
Here it is. He's building up a head of steam, and he's about to let his opponent have it.
And if his opponent is smart, he'll get the hell out of there.
It sounds like this capacity crowd has something on their minds.
Yeah, and 10,000 paying customers can't be wrong. He made his opponent look like a chump with that counter.
I think we might be looking at the future of the WWE in this ring tonight.
Wouldn't surprise me one bit. This is a great match, and the fans are definitely into it.
And that's what really matters. If the WWE fans aren't happy, they'll let you know it.
Batista's had a lot of success so far, but that's because most of his opponents let him psych them out.
If you're not intimidated at the sight of a heavily muscled 6.5-foot animal like Batista, you better have your head examined. I certainly don't envy the referee in this match.
No kidding. No matter what call you make, you're going to get on the bad side of at least one superstar.
And that's about the last place you want to be if you're not a superstar yourself. Trust me, I know. This capacity crowd
on the mat, shoulders down. This could be it.
I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
I don't say this too often, but I completely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long rivalry.
I don't know how nice it is, but there are certainly some issues between these superstars, and I think this match might only exasperate them.
Hey, watch your language. This is a family show.
I said exasperate. Oh, never mind.
It's so great seeing these superstars in competition here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did. He's going for the pin. This could be it. And the crowd has come alive tonight with a chant directed at the superstars in the ring.
You can't let that break your focus, but that's easier said than done. I love watching Mark Henry wrestle. No one else in this business can take an opponent apart the way he can.
You say that like it's a good thing. I wish Henry would focus more on winning matches and less on ending careers.
Here's the pin. This could be it. 2, 3. This match proves without...
Talk about a sore loser.
He's getting territorial. He doesn't like the idea of another challenger on his turf.
Well, like it or not, I don't think he has any intention of leaving.
It's too soon to tell. Anyone can have a good couple of weeks or a bad couple of weeks.
Well, I think all these superstars will have ample opportunity to prove themselves.
Absolutely. We've got a month between now and Judgment Day. Anything can happen.
I shouldn't even be calling you about this, but your friend had an accident last night. The kind that wasn't an accident, if you know what I mean. I can't say any more. If they knew I'd said anything to you...
I'm still sorting through the details, but your partner somehow got injured last night, and no one's talking about it. You ain't got anybody...
Oh, that's a real shame what happened to your partner, huh? Whoever did that must not have had much respect for him, or for you either, for that matter. That makes for a lot of suspects. Why, you could even include me in that list.
Hold up, man. Are you still trying to become the #1 contender? Man, if you want to stay in the running, you better impress me and the boys in the back in your match.
We're 1 month away from Judgment Day, and you can feel the electricity in the air. I'm Michael Cole here with JBL for another week of SmackDown Sports Entertainment.
It's always intense when things get personal, and this is about as personal as it gets.
You said it. Disrespect, professional jealousy, and ambush against an ally.
Alleged ambush, Michael. And even if it's not true, these guys have plenty of reasons to tear each other apart.
There's still a cloud of mystery surrounding the mysterious injury suffered by this man's partner last week.
Hey, accidents happen, Michael, and when you start earning the disrespect of your fellow superstars, they happen a lot more often, if you know what I mean.
Listen, he's made no secret of the fact that he has little or no respect for his opponent. Some have speculated that he was responsible for last week's assault.
Assault? Last I heard, it was an injury. Unless you've got some proof, why don't you give the mudslinging a rest? When I first heard about this match, I wasn't sure what to think, but these superstars are blowing me away.
Really? As soon as I heard about it, I expected a tremendous matchup, and I haven't been disappointed.
I didn't say I'm not disappointed, but I'll talk about getting stuck with you as a broadcast partner some other time.
Nice reversal. That reversal might stop his opponent's momentum dead. Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
You know, if you let me train you, you could be cruiserweight champ inside a year.
Oh, no. I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
Are you surprised? They're just training people to go to war. I train them to be WWE superstars.
The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming alive. This is what they came to see.
Hey, try to restrain yourself a little bit, okay? You're supposed to be calling this down the middle. Instead of pandering to the fans, you should really keep your head in the match.
Come on.
Here's the bend. This could be it. Man, this crowd is really swelling this guy's head.
There's no doubt that these fans love him, and he's feeding off that energy right now. This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
Yeah, the WWE fans aren't known for keeping their opinions to themselves.
I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
I don't say this too often, but I completely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long rivalry.
I don't know how nice it is, but there are certainly some issues between these superstars, and I think this match might only exasperate them.
Hey, watch your language. This is a family show.
I said exasperate. Never mind. I certainly don't envy the referee in this match.
No kidding. No matter what call you make, you're going to get on the bad side of at least one superstar.
And that's about the last place you want to be if you're not a superstar yourself. Trust me, I know. This superstar is all fired up. And so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah? Well, one mistake and we're going to see that fire put out pronto.
These superstars are so unpredictable. I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next.
I don't think you're going to be able to. Just sit back and enjoy the ride.
And what a wild ride it's been so far, with no signs of stopping anytime soon. You're right about that. Without the fans, we'd all be out of a job. Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You got to watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this.
He's got this crowd solidly behind him, and now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep playing to the crowd. That's a huge distraction, in my opinion.
This is the longest reigning champion in SmackDown history. Oh, he's got him covered.
1, 2, 3.
Man, what a match. Kids, if you're watching,
You got to admit it. He hung in there and looked good doing it.
that one could have gone either way. It wasn't the dominating victory he needed.
Maybe not, but to go toe-to-toe with a #1 contender candidate like that.
Sure, it's impressive, but it's not enough to land him in a title match.
I don't think he expects that. He seems ready to prove himself.
Good, because it's no secret his opponent's got friends in the locker room.